think I do. Here's startling news to start the show off.
All right.
Artie out again today.
Oh, my.
And not even sure why.
What do you mean?
All right, I'm going to play you the call.
Oh, dear.
Not even sure there's an illness.
Another Artie call.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Garrett, it's Artie. It's Tuesday morning. Hey, man, I'm not coming in again today. I'm so sorry, man. I just feel like crap. I feel awful. I just can't make it in. All right? I'm sorry, man.
Oh, dear.
I'm really, really sorry. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I don't know what's going on there.
Artie's got to give up this movie. It's killing him.
Now, it's funny you say that. I said to Baba Bufai, I said, ever since I had that discussion with Artie about how I felt about his movie, he's been missing more days of work. Now, I don't know if it's getting to him or, like I don't know what's going on with him. He's not being honest with me. Take the 3 weeks off, then. It's going to kill you.
This is crazy.
Artie asked me how I felt about him doing this movie. I said, I'm happy for you. Maybe there's a way that you can work your schedule so that you can honor your commitment here. You got 2 weeks off in July. Mm-hmm. You could shoot then. And this movie's obviously right around the corner because he's shooting in July.
Right.
You got 2 weeks in July. You got a week in August. I said, that's 3 weeks. You need 6 weeks to do it or 5 weeks to do it. I said, if you got 2 more weeks, so you go in after the show. You can leave here 9:30 and leave.
Yeah, you do the heavy lifting when you're off, and then, they leave the cleanup work for the 2 weeks that you're working and doing the show.
And then he said to me in that conversation, man, I don't think, I could do that. There's a budget. And I said, well, you asked my opinion. I'm telling you, you're an important part of the show, and I'd love to see you try to honor both commitments. I mean, I've done it. I've been in a movie I shot for 4 months. And I know it's not easy, but you talked about...
You were there every day.
Yeah. He goes, well, the budget and this and that. I go, well, listen, you asked me how I felt. I'd love for you to be here if you can honor that commitment. If not, then fine. I mean, do whatever you think is best. That was it. That was the conversation. And ever since then, he's been missing days. He's been sick.
And this is after he basically had no... days of missing work.
Yeah, he was one of these guys, he'd be in here no matter what.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. And this time he didn't even say he was sick.
He just said he felt like crap, which makes me believe that he's worrying himself to death.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's a small little movie. It's going to be fun for him to do, and then it'll be over. Hey, Eric.
Hey, Howard. I used to do oxys, man. I tell you. They used to give me, I used to work off. I used to have diarrhea bad. Sounds like it might be that, man.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know.
It always starts the moment Artie
well, I mean, it's true. I mean, even my mind goes to that. But I'm hoping not.
Yeah,
I'm on treatment. I'm on treatment right now for it, and it's a bad thing, man. That's like the first symptom when you don't have it.
Diarrhea?
Yeah, diarrhea, and you vomit big time.
Ew.
When you detox from them.
Well, I don't know what's going on. What do you think is going on, Fred?
I would agree with you. That was my first thought last time. And then he came in and gave a compelling thing. No, it's not the movie. It's not this. It's not that. And But now, with this message, I'm going back to my original thought.
Gary says to me, Baba Booey says to me, it's not that. But not that he knows. But
he thinks it's something else.
But, I mean, Robin brings up a good point. The guy was here for 4 years, hasn't missed a day.
Right.
He would get drunk on the air, be wheeled down the hall in Vegas.
And
he'd
still
show up
make
for the broadcast
it. Yeah.
the next day.
Gary, what did
Something's not quite right.
What did you say Artie said to you? About going off into the sunset or something? What did he say to you?
He said this on the air last week.
What did he say?
He said that if I fall off the wagon or if I go nuts or whatever, he goes, it won't be a big deal. You'll just never see me again. He goes, I just go underground and you'll never hear from me again.
Mm-hmm.
And so what are you saying?
Well, I keep hearing from him.
Oh, so it's all right with that.
Yeah, he said, like, I'll unplug my phone and you'll just never know.
Oh, wonderful.
That's nice. I hope that's not the case.
Well, Gary seems to think not because he's staying in touch.
I don't know. I'm sure I already said it, but like, there's not even an illness in this one.
Right.
And the guys in the office were saying, it seems like every time Artie makes one of these calls, it seems a little bit easier for him.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true, too.
Well,
I'm getting that.
The other thing is he just keeps apologizing
Right.
nonstop. I don't know how many apologies where he said, I'm sorry in there. It was like, I'm sorry, I'm
Right.
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
But the first call, he was like tortured. That one is just like, oh, this again.
Yeah. Mike, hi, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, I remember when Artie first started, you told him he could take time off to do other projects and
I
do
did.
the show.
Yeah, and by the way, that still stands. I even said to him, Artie, you know, I never held you to any kind of schedule. If you have to go off and do some things, I understand. I said, but
And he has done that from time to time.
right. But I said, you know, you're talking about 3 weeks of time, and if you can, if you're shooting in New York, is there a way you can do both? That's all I said. I said, and if you need to go do the 3 weeks, then do it. But if you're asking my opinion, I think maybe you could work a schedule where you do both, because you become an important part of the show. We've made a commitment to you. You know, he's coming over to Satellite with us. I mean, Artie's part of the family. Artie's our guy. You know?
Is there something with that seat
I don't know.
that always makes a problem?
People go nuts. But, I mean, he might genuinely just be ill. You know, sometimes
But
you get...
again, I told you, a guy of his age who's this ill, it should be, you know, like terminal.
Yeah.
There's
it
no
might be.
such thing.
He might be dying.
I don't.
He's testing you.
Well, it's not even a test. I tell you what, if he's testing me, then I flunked the test. Because, listen, Robin and I can sit here with Fred and Benji and Gary and all the gang and do the show. I just like having Artie here. He's part of the
He's
sound
been
of the
fun.
show.
We love him.
We love him. And I said that to him that day. I said, Artie, the reason I want you here is because I love you. I think you're great on the show. I think you've really had an impact. I think people love hearing you.
Absolutely. I love hearing his stories after a weekend of travel.
Yeah.
It's great.
But he's
I do
also...
remember the conversation because it had to do with Jackie, what the shenanigans Jackie was pulling, and then Artie came on board, and, you know,
Well,
you told him.
I'll tell you one thing with Jackie, and I think Jackie would be the first to admit this, because I've heard from Jackie periodically, sporadically. And I think he would turn to you now and say, I don't know what the hell I was doing.
Right.
You know. And I think that Artie also has been taking his weekends and going and traveling and doing all these live shows, which he hates doing
Which he said he was going to cut down on, and I
Right.
haven't seen any reduction.
because he wants the money. And that's fair, but then don't miss your gig.
Well, that's the whole point. He said he hated it, and he was going to cut back. But I haven't seen any cutback at all.
No.
I'm just hearing a dialogue here I don't like because I hate to lose Artie. He's a big part of the show. We really enjoy him.
I love Artie. You know, I really do. And
Well,
I actually
but we
love
don't
him.
want to kill Artie.
Yeah, and I love him personally. I mean, he's just a great guy to work with and hang with. And, you know, I try to also protect Artie in a way. Like, sometimes you know me, I like to beat up on everyone for fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
sometimes,
just for your own amusement.
but the reason that sometimes I don't with Artie is because I see that
He's vulnerable.
he's very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
And I didn't realize how vulnerable until the last couple of
Right.
weeks.
Yeah.
right. It's funny because I started to think about, like, Artie's always said this is the happiest he's ever been in his adult life.
Right.
But I started to, like, when you hear Artie's week and Artie's schedule and everything, you realize the areas where he finds happiness sort of don't exist. You know, when he goes on the road on the weekends, he doesn't seem happy.
Right.
He seemed very quiet here. I don't hear what he does at night anymore. He just doesn't seem, he seems even less happy than he used to seem, that he used to joke about.
Wow.
When he joked that he was unhappy.
All right, I got to be honest with you right now.
Yeah.
I don't know one thing you're talking about. Is he happy now or is he unhappy?
He's unhappy now.
All right. And you saw him at a time when he was happy?
Yes. I saw him at a time when
When
he was...
was...
When he got here, he was happier.
He was
And
happy
and
when
would
he got here.
He would talk about things that he did, fun that he had when he went out.
Right.
Now the weekends suck because he's unhappy to go out on the gigs. He doesn't seem very happy when he's here.